Hey Steve, Brent Barnhart. Hey, sorry about the delay on the feeder. Everything's ready to go here. I've got a wheel on the front here. You can adjust it forward and backwards here, up and down. I can't use it for the video because obviously the table's not moving, so the cards would just, get stuck under it. I just rummied up some side rails right here for the cards to come down wider at the top, funnels them down so that they're accurately coming out. Made my first video and I had a little bit of inaccuracy, and I noticed that when the stiff magnet card comes under my drive wheels, it kind of picks up the back, which makes the ones in the middle loose. So I added this little piece here that slides up and down to put a little pressure on it, so I can't do that no more. So it drives the card down. So the only thing you don't get is a photo eye to activate it, because you can do that with a dry contact switch, you can do it with a button, you can do it with all kinds of different photo eyes. They have to be NPN photo eyes. N is in Nancy, P is in Paul, N is in Nancy. But, they read, all those photo eyes are set up to read different distances, different heights, different colored paper, so you gotta make sure you get the right one. So as your piece is traveling down, and I have this on the back end raised up a little bit so it's tipped down, the photo eye will see it, and it'll drop it down, obviously under the wheel. One will always be waiting at the end here, sticking out. So it's what I call staged. Now, if you speed it up, the problem there is the card you get low on cards in the back there. Yeah, you can adjust the potentiometer to help how fast it flies out of the feeder, but also you got to remember when a stop eye stops it, it also is going to drive the piece forward a little bit until it has enough time for the brake motor to stop it. To stop it. So anyhow, it's pretty darn accurate when you set it up. Now, obviously I took the side pieces off and I put it on one center piece, which is exactly 2 inches, so it works out perfect. But when you're running larger pieces, you'll move this side piece out to this side, and then you'll use both of these as your side guides. So I'm going to set it up for batching real quick, and I'll take some pictures so that you can see that. You just stay there, Gordon. You just push a button in the back, which sets it up for batching, okay? And right now I got it set for 5. It's got a couple that's been triggered. Actually, there's 2 buttons. One's for continuous run. I hit that one. Okay, so it's set for 5 right now. So even if you're not using it for your current application, if you want to spend a little bit extra, I'll send the batching unit along. It's really good for counting. If we're not doing magnets in 2-inch pieces, this thing will count. It'll count cards like this in speeds of near 30,000 an hour in batching. It's amazing. Let's go back to this. So you need 5 cards. 5, stop, stop. So the batching feature is really nice. I would advise you to get that, but maybe you have no use for it. But for your application, I just turn the batching off, and it's back to single feed. 1, and you'll set your eye up to read the piece that's coming under it. So, and then if it's feeding too late, you'll move your eye a little bit this way. You can get some adjustable There's different things you can get for the eye to help support it. But anyhow, I mean, it works. I don't know. I can demo the other pieces if you want, but I mean, doing this business card, I mean, there's not too many guys that can do that. And there's other wheel attachments you could put on here. You know, you could have me draw them up. You could make them yourself. But this extruded aluminum, I mean, it's real easy to be creative. So anyhow, there it is. Thanks.